What is up, Metalheads? In today's video, we are going to talk about hobby space organization ideas. 'Tis the season to get some old stuff out and make room for all your cool new stuff. Or perhaps maybe you want one big thing that we talk about in the beginning of the year. If you are part of our Metalhead Minis hobby group on Facebook, we always talk about in the beginning of the year what you would like to do to make your hobby space more organized. It's always one of the biggest hobbyist New Year's resolutions. So if you want to be part of that New Year's resolution bandwagon, you might want to check this video out because we're going to show you some cool stuff. Some news to get out of the way before we get started. First of all, LVO, February 8th to 10th, 2019, LasVegasOpen.net is the website. We have a lot of hobby seminars that will be going on from really awesome artists. We will be teaching 4 classes at LVO. I personally will be teaching Faces and Eyes, Skin Tones, Hair, and Fun and Easy Effects. So be sure to get in on those if you haven't already. Also, Adepticon 2019 is from March 27th to March 31st. That's at adepticon.org. And you can find a link for a website called cvent.com, which will give you all of the seminar information for you to add to your agenda, classes to register for. From what I understand, there's a waiting list. I think for 1 or 2 of my classes, it might be all, I'm honestly not sure because I haven't checked, but some people told me that there's waiting lists. So if there is, get on it. You never know what could happen. So, don't worry. Or, get with me, and if we could fit more people or, something, we'll try and see what we can do to work that out for you. Also, we have a giveaway that'll be coming up soon to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for your love and support. But also, as a reminder, be sure to check your privacy settings because apparently it's a thing that if you have any, I don't know which level of privacy it's at. I don't know if there's one or multiple, but if you have your account set to private, your name will not show on the subscriber list. So if you want to enter in to win something and you're on private, your name won't show up, so then you can't really win anything. And that's not just on our channel, that's any YouTube channel that you might want to partake in a giveaway for. So be sure to check on that because we're going to try and give you something real good. So it's just as good as that airbrush set. As a matter of fact, I have another one, so we might do another one of those, give someone else a chance to win that, right? Also, we can now do one-on-one lessons and CNC, help you with projects and even do, if you can't make it out to conventions, we could do certain classes with you now via Skype. So if you want to do that on a per hour basis, we have that also as well. So if you want to get more info on that, that's under metalheadminis.com/hobby-classes. So be sure to check that out. And also with the whole New Year thing happening, which a lot of people ask us about at this time of year, is our consignment services. We sell any minis that you may have, gaming, board games, video games, geek memorabilia, action figures, and things of that nature. So if you wanted to check out our consignment services, that's also at metalheadminis.com/consignment. So without further ado, let's check out some awesome things that you can get in order to organize your hobby space. Okay, so first up we have the scrapbook boxes. These are primarily used by scrapbookers to hold the scrapbook papers, and they're primarily in that shape that you see there. But for us hobbyists, they're great for holding loose minis, they're great for holding paints. The Daleroni inks, for example, like that's one of the reasons why I have mine besides loose minis. And they're stackable, so you can stack them up real nice and neat, and they don't have to be all over the place. Here's an example right there of one of mine with all the inks in there. This is wire shelving that you can get. This picture I took at the Container Store, but you can actually get them from other places too, like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. You don't have to necessarily get it from the Container Store. But these are great, especially if you have a larger space or if your painting is done like in your garage area or something like that, because you can really hold a lot on these, and they come in different sizes. Here is from the Container Store. These are the men's shoe boxes. They're made of plastic. And the reason why we use them in the shop is because they're great for putting larger projects, grouped projects, armies and such. Keeps dust off of them. And especially when you prime them and paint them, you don't want dust getting on there because it can affect the paint job. And there's a picture right there of the product, the men's shoe box. That way you know what to get. When you go to the Container Store, they're only a few dollars. They're not expensive at all. These are from Tectonic Craft Studios, tectonicraftstudios.com. Dan has a line out of racks that specifically fit Secret Weapon pigments, other brands of pigments, P3 inks, dropper bottles, any size paint you want. If you need customized, you can let him know as well. This is one of the walls in my shop, actually. This was made by Anyway Designs. This is one of their older designs, and as far as I know, I'm the only one that has it. This is a large wall. It's about 4 feet by 2.5, 3 feet, and it holds a good bulk of our paints. The racks are removable from the rows as well for travel. And so when I moved into my new house, I pretty much put all my collection stuff in the hobby closet, and that's why you see my cat, that's Oliver James, in the corner looking like, "Oh my God, Mom, this is disgraceful. You usually keep everything organized. What's going on here?" And I did fix it, and I'm going to show you how I did. So I had a couple of the IKEA KALLAX shelf units, and they're about $70 each, and you can get them in different sizes, smaller, bigger, whatever you want. Then I got the DRONA storage boxes. They're about $3 or $4 a piece, also from IKEA. And what I did was I took all my GW stuff, my model kits and everything, and I sorted them by brand and type and such. And then I took the index cards like you see there with paper clips. I just kept it simple, and I labeled each box so I knew what was what and where, and you can change it around if you want. This is a paint rack system by Slow Fuse Gaming, very modular. I believe also made of MDF. You can get those at slowfusedgaming.com. The cool thing with these is you can design them any which way that you want. You can put them, you can position them anywhere. You can put the toolboxes in the middle. Here's another example here. You can just have all your paints set up like that if you want to. So you can change it around, move it around. So that's definitely really good too. They hold lots of paint. And here's one of their other boxes here that was shown in the first photo of theirs, and it holds brushes and tools and things like that. Really good to have. You should definitely check out their site. They have a lot of other products there too. They just came out with their own paint line. They have their own brushes, all kinds of cool stuff. Here's another thing. This is from Amazon, but you can find them in other craft stores as well. These are it's craft storage. They're primarily used by scrapbookers as well, but for the hobby, we can also use them depending on your hobby space, and they vary in size, amount of drawers and such. You can use them to hold minis and paints and tools and whatever you want. There's another variation there, a smaller variation in case you have very limited space. And they vary in price too, because I know Amazon has one thing of prices. They're on sale all the time at Hobby Lobbies and Michaels. You can get them colorful. You can get them in black if you want. Here's another way, depending on how your hobby space is set up. You can also get the rolling storage carts, and they have all drawers, and you can have more of these if you want than what you see in the photo. You can have less, and it keeps everything organized. One color even. This is a big favorite among hobbyists, and I've shared this before. This is the 20 inch by 16 by 6.5 inch. It's a hardware craft cabinet. You can use it to hold small tools, Dremel bits, drill bits for your drilling and pinning, GW bits if you're big into playing 40K and you like to keep bits. Bits in 40K is like gold. Here is the pencil and brush holder. It's an organizer. You can use it if you need something to hold your brushes in, or if, for example, you use the MIG oil paint pens, you can use them to hold that. The micron markers, if you use that like I do for some certain freehand, you can use them to hold that too. Here's a rotating utensil holder. I got mine from Pampered Chef. It's not stainless steel like that. Mine is all black, but you can get them from other places too. But we have it in the shop and use it to hold a bunch of our tools, brushes, and things like that. So since we have a large amount of them, we found that that has worked for us, and mine was 20 bucks because I got the plastic black one. This is also by Anyway Designs. This is an example of what one of their paint racks look like. Their paint racks, though, are actually very customizable. They're also modular. You can connect them any which way you want to customize to your space. You can have a lot more. You can have a little bit, whatever works for you. And if you get in touch with them for your custom order, you can also have a certain the amount that you want to fit your GW, your P3, your dropper bottles, what have you. And here's another example there. The spaces on the bottom could be replaced with drawers. Here's from CK Wood from CK Studios. Caleb Wissenbach is the one who makes these wooden travel brush boxes. They are gorgeous. He loves doing woodworking. And for those of you who might not know, this is one of the things on the side that he does. They vary in price because it depends on what wood he used to make them. He uses beautiful woods, exotic woods and such, but they are definitely worth the money. They're high quality made, they last a long time, that you can pass them down, whatever you want. Here's another thing that you can do to save space and keep your hobby space organized. If you're like me and get a lot of GW stuff in bulk, like shades, washes, the Lamy medium and such, you can transfer them over to larger bottles, flip top for the dropper, or the dropper bottles like you see there. You can get those at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Don't forget to bring your coupon when you do. And that's what they look like after. Saves a good amount of space, and you don't have to worry about having stuff all over the place. And I'll make sure to put the link in the description below of the video we have on how to transfer all that. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check us out on the web, www.metalheadminis.com. See you later.